there's a lesson in the landscape of this island and this game. The only certainty is change. The foreground of the scenery can fade. Serena Williams was out front, untouchable, and alone. And the talk was of a new standard. Now the raves have turned to questions about a return to form and fortune. The time is now for Roger Federer. His serene game on center stage, historic landmarks within his reach. But a single stumble could alter his course. Two champions, one looking to affect change, the other to avoid it at the Australian Open.
Played poorly there, was a little inconsistent, but Kierton played a heck of a match to win that. And of course, he's a three-time French Open champ.
In front. I know Pete was number one in the world for 6 years, but when you looked at the odds of a tournament, and the odds have never, I don't think, been greater that Roger Federer is going to win here and any other slam for that matter this year.
Distanced himself in the last 12 months from the rest of the pack. Federer, look at that year last year. I mean, 74-6, 46-4 on hard courts. Did not lose a final throughout the entire year. Did not lose to a player in the top 10 throughout the year.
Memory serves me right, Patrick, correct me if I'm wrong, your brother 1 year lost 4 matches all year. Is that right?
3, actually. 3 matches. That was in '84. Oh, that's some of the genius of Federer right there.
Tennis by his dad, who was a chemist and coached tennis.
Oh, yeah. That's a great play by Nieminen. Over American Kevin Kim.
Oh, he was on that one, too. That was an excellent point.
Oh, yes. Look where he stepped around outside the doubles alley. Tony Roach.
Very successful tandem.
And one of the reasons, Cliff, that he's brought Tony Roach on a part-time basis, he'd love to have him full-time, I think, but Tony just doesn't want to travel as much, as to improve his net game, to improve his attacking game.
Great pass, 15-all. Tony.
Roger Federer. You know what I love about Federer, Cliff, and one of the big stories, of course, we're talking about coming into this year is who can get up there with Federer, who can match him. Agassi losing weight, Hewitt gaining weight, some muscle, Safin, can he keep it together, Roddick trying to add to his game. Meanwhile, when you talk about Federer, he's talking about how he doesn't talk about any other players. He says, oh, I want to improve not to deal with anyone, but to become a better player. It's almost like he's doing what the other players are doing, trying to figure out a way to deal with himself, just to get better.
Yeah, he's something special.
He just got broken again, Kim. So Johansson set to serve for the match. Oh, look at that little play. They had one of the large chains, a Marriott chain of hotels. An aggressive play by Nieminen. So Kevin Kim, every time he goes to a tournament around the world, he finds, part of that chain of hotels.
In this game. By the way, Patrick, you like the wordsmith, Mr. Fowler. They're talking about this.
A new dimension to that. And there's a perfect example of it there. And as I said, his ball.
Point.
That's just awesome.
Roger Federer gets the break.
Early in the match, and able to cruise 3-4 and 4. Oh,
That's a pretty good one, too.
Yeah,
That's live. 15 low. And then he's got the overall fear factor, the respect factor that everybody has for him now. That was the point of the set.
Just mixing things up to work on his volley game in this point. Good scrambling. That one he left a little high. Nieminen showing his ability.
Game. First set.
Federer started out slowly, losing his first serve game, but he has really come back, easily winning the first 6-3.
Looks like it's going to be closed out pretty quickly. And I'm not saying that because of the scoreline, but you just have the sense that Federer's been here before.
Shot against Nadal. Nadal hits the ball, pretty short on this surface. And Bobby Reynolds can really go after the ball from the baseline. We had him a couple of years ago, Cliff, on the Davis Cup team. He's one of our practice players.
Select him tomorrow.
Great point here for Nieminen. Missed
That
it.
misses, and so we're back on serve. One apiece.
First told us, but boy, did we find out.
That's why the tour, by the way, and individual players have been very proactive in.
Yes, and the players trying to do their part as well. A break point here for Federer.
Boy, it's a big forehand.
Ability, but also, as you said, Cliff, going after that forehand when he gets a look at it. And that's going to go deep. Oh, Federer, he's downright angry out there. Well, he puts a little smile. Just kidding. I'm not really that mad.
Did it like no other I've seen. I grew up, however, a huge Pete Sampras fan. Question is, in Pete's prime, who would you pick in a Grand Slam final?
You got to give me the surface. Depends on the surface. I think right now on grass, I would pick Pete because his serve is a little bit better.
Over the two-time Wimbledon champ?
Yeah, another surface, I would go with Federer. Better all-court game. And by the way, Federer's still got a ways to go. He's got 4 majors. Sampras retired after winning his 14th.
And
such a great point from Nieminen. He got a little sluggish there and that easy overhead. Best year-end match records. My brother John, 82-3 in '84 when he won 2 majors. Federer tied with Lendl. And
Where's
Lendl,
Pete?
Look at all Lendl's years. Well, Pete lost a lot of matches in the smaller events. You know, he would lose, not a lot, but I mean, he'd lose matches.
2-2 set.
Oh, that's just beautifully controlled there.
Federer continuing 15-love 3-2 break.
That's a great shot by Nieminen. Another reason why I think last year was the best since Cliff. 23 straight wins over top 10 players. And he's won his first 4 Slam final appearances. Well, he talked about that one. He wanted to add to his game.
But his problem is that you got Federer. Now a game point for Federer as he has staved off in this game a break. Another break chance against his serve.
As good as Federer is, Cliff, can he win 2-3 majors every year? I mean, Sampras, as good as he was, never won 3 in a year. He doesn't rely on just a great serve game, a great return game. He does everything well. So if one part of his game is maybe struggling, he's not having a great serving day, he'll pick up the rest of his game, chipping and charging here, throwing in some variety. And to me, that's what makes Federer, potentially the best ever.
That's a.
Is that a first serve, Cliff? He just came in on?
I believe it. I believe so.
Look at him coming in all this. It's literally like this is the practice session. Get ready for the clay court season.
Jarkko Nieminen from Finland.
For it more than anyone. Agassi tests your fitness and just, with his repeatability. Why not?
Chip and charging.
And the other thing is the way Federer thinks is he's thinking about history. And, maybe I'll chip and charge a little bit. Looks like Nieminen is hurting. Federer's taking a long look, and it looks like he hurt his back. I think he might be done here.
This may be it.
This could be it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's over. Nieminen's had it. Did something to his, he's telling Roger right now. Abdominal muscle, apparently. The trainer was out, and that's too bad, because that was a pretty entertaining match there.
Yeah, he tested Federer. As I said, Federer was down 5 break points. Broken twice in the match. But the story has been written now, and Jarkko Nieminen is out.
Yeah, that's too bad.